Sorry about this. Okay, hey guys, Toasted Webs, Revolution News and Information contacted me, told me to get a hold of Ronnie immediately and get him on live. So I'm gonna let him take the show and see what he's got to say. Everybody, we know Ronnie is he's fighting the good fight, and evidently some big things are happening. So take it away, Ronnie.
Thank you, brother. What's going on here is I have an overwhelming amount of critical calls coming in to my phone lines. Now that I've got 3 phone lines back up and a place to go ahead and set, I wanted everybody to know that I'm back into an office and we're up and running again. I've got my staff back and my crew back. What we're going to do is I need everybody that is in Florida, please, I need some people to help answer these phones and help me get these critical links out to different individuals, because I'm getting the most horrible, atrocious calls you can imagine. Day before yesterday, a young lady called in to the Bears Law and Forensics team, and she's telling me that the Suffolk County Police in New York came to her property, beat her up, beat her dog up. They put the dog underneath the tires, swinging it around. They almost killed her. They almost killed the owner as well. They stole her car, and then they put her in a psych ward, all because she has information that they don't want out. So I'm about sick of that. And the country people need to start pouring out in mass to start helping each other, because they become so blatantly evil in this corrupt judicial system that's taking place. It's amazing the amount of non-help that people are giving in this country. It's horrible. So actually, this is just kind of a plea to please get with me as soon as possible. I have emergency 911 calls, and like I said, I just got back some of my staff, but the majority of the stuff, I just can't answer all these calls. So I'm asking for anybody in Florida to please, if you guys have time, if you can get me some kind, I don't care what it is, anybody that can answer phones, anybody that knows how to type or print up paperwork, I need to train people immediately to start taking in these calls. Because since these radio shows have aired, I have in mass thousands and thousands of calls now. And it is impossible to answer all these calls. I was just told a couple of days ago that this young lady's been trying to get in touch with me for 3 times. My emails have been deleted out of Facebook, and they killed a child. State custody killed a child. And I need help here. Okay, it's not a popularity contest, and if these tough guy groups don't want to help, good. Stay where you are being cowards. But I need some real mommies and daddies that do have testicles and ovaries that work to show up and please. I can't pay you, but when you listen to the call that I'm about to air in just a few seconds, this is going to change people's minds. When you hear this young woman begging me for help, please, little bear, come. They're trying to kill me. And these are not frivolous remarks or phone calls. These are desperate people. And it's horrible. I need help, and I need help immediately. I can't afford to pay anybody, but I need people who can type. I need people who can answer the phone, and I need this immediately. Not in a week, not in 2 weeks. I need this in a couple of days. And I know it sounds like a lot to put out there, but these are your brothers and sisters, America. These are your children that you are not helping. For everybody that is helping, God bless you. God bless your heart and the hands that made you. I really need more help. Okay, I've got the better part of my staff and crew back and a place to set up shop. But I need people immediately to please come and help. Right now I'm trying to hook up my other phone so that I can get this message off of here. And we may have to depart for just a minute so I can get the recording to come back live. But when you hear this young woman begging and pleading for emergency medical help, and she calls me, there's nobody else to call. The police are supposed to be the ones you can call for help. But there appears to be some who are not honoring their oath of office everywhere. There are a bunch of criminal maggots. That's my favorite word, people. We need help to start filing lawsuits and law action, recourse for remedy on these guys. We really are fighting the principalities of Lucifer, the coward. And I need people that want to fight. I need people that will answer a phone and know how to type. So anything that you can do, please give me a call at my team and get on the phone with one of us. If you can make a reservation, even if you want to donate a couple of hours out of the day, that would be great, because I can't send these calls out across the country. They're too confidential, and there's so many moles and plants and bar trash running around that I can't let anybody in other states have these calls. You have to be right here where I can listen and watch. And if I'm listening and watching 10 different phones, that's fine, because I'm right there if there's a question. And then I don't have to worry about the CPS trash being a plant or a mole. I don't have to worry about bar trash being a mole. I need moms and dads that will step up to the plate. Some of the calls that I'm getting are horrific. They are horrific. These maggots in government that are corrupt and not honoring their oaths of office are blatantly killing people. Blatantly, there was a child killed, and the mother tried to get in touch with me for 3 months, and they'd hack my email and keep the mom or the parents from getting to me. This breaks a half a dozen laws. This is just obstruction of justice, tampering with evidence, and there's so many different laws I can say of what they're doing to break laws here. I don't mean to sound so intense all the time. God bless all of you who understand. If you don't step up and have a little intensity, a lot of people say, man, that guy sounds like he needs to relax. Really? If it was your child that had been killed, how relaxed would you be? If it was your mom who had her skull ripped open where they had to release the pressure off of her brain to keep her alive, would you be a little bit upset? These are not my brothers and sisters biologically in the world, but they are my brothers and sisters by God. And I need help. I don't need poser help. I don't need I'll be there and not show up. I need people to call me right away who can donate some time, because some of these calls are horrific. Okay, these are the things that horror movies are made out of. This is how writers get their stuff, by listening to what's really going on in our own government. While these maggots keep on posting up stupid-ass movies like London Has Fallen, don't you see, now the next one, what's the next one? The White House Has Fallen, what's the next movie? These criminal plants, these maggots in office are trying to hurry up and herd everybody straight into a Birk-Auschwitz FEMA camp. And they're taking the children. They're already, every time there's a new mass shooting, every time it's like 15 people tomorrow, 20 the next day, and every time it's the worst mass shooting in history. Really? Each one, the numbers keep getting lower and lower and lower and lower, but they keep labeling these the worst mass shootings so that the next day they pop up with a new gun problem. We've got to get guns off the street. No more high-power weapons. They're trying to disarm you. They're taking your kids, they're slamming your rights and keeping you from knowing them, and then they're taking your weapons so that you cannot in any way protect yourself. I'm not stupid. This is not a conspiracy theory. This is a conspiracy fact. The problem here is there is a number of Americans with their head in the sand. They are either cowards, or they're terrified to do anything, or they can't afford to do anything, or they don't know what to do. I'm willing to educate people in law for free, of what is lawful and the law, for free. Where else could you get an education in law for free? I'm at the point of almost begging for help, and I gotta let you know something. Cherokee, Cheyenne, Agua La Sioux people do not beg for a damn thing, or a blessed thing. But when you hear the amount of the atrocities that are taking place, that are hurting people, I don't really have a choice but to go ahead and beg for my other brothers and sisters' lives in this country. They may not be biologically mine, but they're mine how you mess with them. Okay? This is not a pose. This is not trying to be the center. I'm sick of Americans who look at this situation as a popularity contest. Since these radio shows have been taking place, I have been slammed with not just a couple hundred calls a day that I can't get to, but literally thousands of people from all over the country, and even the UK. I have Australia calling me, asking me, how can we get our children back? Please help us, because the crown of Lucifer in London, in England, is destroying families, and no one's listening to it. They think this is the conspiracy theory. How quaint. If it was your family, you wouldn't think it was a damn conspiracy theory. If it was your mom or child or dad that was dead or hurt or beaten or imprisoned, you'd be a little upset like me. I'm not disgruntled. I'm not panicked. I'm pissed off. There's a difference. This country is full of cowards, and I want the heroes, at least the ones who care, to please stand up. Come and get some knowledge from me with law. Help me answer these phones, and let's mass put this stuff out in the media everywhere. YouTube should be flooded with nothing but people responding and pouring out in droves to help save these men, women, and children that are being extorted, treason, and murdered by this criminal empire called the United States. Let's go ahead and clear this up real quick. Title 28, USC subsection 3002. The United States is a federal corporation owned by England and the Crown. It is not owned by Americans in America. People need to crack a law book and educate themselves. People are dying. They're killing children. Everybody knows that children are dying in state care. This is protective custody and they're dying in state care? Not long ago, I saw a little boy. His picture was only on YouTube and it was on Facebook for a day. This child's got one picture of him laughing and joyful with his parents. The next picture is the child bloodied and dead laying in the street, hit by a car in protective custody. When are the Americans in this country going to put your damn high-powered rifle down, quit polishing your wheels or washing your hair, and step up and be a real father and a warrior? You know, there's a problem. Lots of these groups in this country are waiting for the end so that they can rush in with their weapons and take over and say, what a bunch of sick cowards. What a bunch of cowards. This is not the first time that this has happened. It's just coming to a new level. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of people who are losing their children, losing their lives. They are literally choking people to death over a statute, code, and ordinance. That man that was killed in New York for selling cigarettes, he didn't break a law. He broke a statute, code, and ordinance. That's not a law, and they killed this brother. They choked him to death. And then a few days later, you see a bunch of maggots walking around with shirts on saying, I can breathe. I'm going to tell you, if I saw somebody wearing one of those shirts, I'd probably have to contain myself from not punching them in the throat. So while you think this little shout out here is panicked, really it's just driven. There are thousands and thousands of calls coming to me. I'm one guy. I got a staff of about 5 people that care, and only 3 of them know law enough to help me get the word out and start saving these families. I've got 5 judges going to prison. I hate it that I'm going to have to make it 6 because it only shows me how sick this country is. The video that everybody is seeing on YouTube and Facebook of that young man who had a full scholarship and he smoked a joint and the judge gave him so much time that he lost the scholarship and ruined all of his life. He killed himself. People are being killed and killing themselves over missing their children, over these statutes, codes, and ordinance enforcers ruining people's lives. Look, guys, from the bottom of my heart, I love you, and I need your help. I need your help. This is Ronnie Davis hollering out to anybody that wants to come to Florida. Please meet me in Tampa, Lakeland, or Polk, and let me show you a couple of days of law so that you can start helping me answer these phones and helping these families before these maggots continue to kill more people. And they are, guys. They are killing babies in protective custody. They're ruining families' lives. And I really, really, really need the backup and assistance here. I don't need nobody running in with guns. Whoever said that, please, go check your damn self in somewhere at the Rambo Hospital, hero. I need mommies and daddies who know how to sit down in front of a computer or will sit down and just listen to the easiest way. In 2 weeks, I can get you pro-code up in law enough to help out thousands of families by yourself. You can do the same thing that I'm doing in just a couple of weeks. There's no fee. I don't charge. I don't need a damn donation. I need people to show up. Okay? Literally, I've been asking for 6 months. We're going to 7 months. I need boots on the ground. Anybody that can help, please. please, in God's name, send me some people who care about other Americans. Because the cognitive dissonance and the ostrich syndrome that is going on in this country is pathetic. It's sickening. Everybody's sitting back waiting on somebody else to do something. Is this what we're made out of in this country? A bunch of cowards? Home of the shame? Home of the coward and the shameful. Is that what this country is now? I'll tell you, there's a difference between good Americans and Ameritrash. Americans stand up and help their neighbor's child. Americans stand up and help their brother and sister. They don't call CPS on them. Scumbags call CPS on each other when they're pissed off for a not real reason, for a frivolous reason. Anybody that can please, get in touch with me. Help me out and let me teach you, educate you up in law. I'll have 4 phone lines that are open, and I need your help. If anybody can help, please send that help. That's pretty much the end of this shout out. Forgive me if I seem intense. I'm not always like this, but I'm just sick of the amount of loss of life, the amount of atrocities happening by statutes, codes, and ordinances from this criminal empire that's running this country, America. Please, guys, this is probably going to be the last time that I ask for help because nobody's really responding at all. You know, everybody wants to help out of state. If I could watch what you were doing and trust that you weren't a bar plant or trash mole from CPS, I could probably let you do that. But because I don't know who you are and I can't watch what's going on, I have to trust you to give out the information that I know works. And I can't do that if you're 1,000 miles away. I can't do that if you're 3 houses away. I need you actually here at my place to help me. And the more phones that you bring, the more I'll line up on my Facebook and public media sites and my Bears Law site. I just need real help. I think that's going to conclude this little shout out. But listen, God bless you. Whether you show up or not, please get educated in law. Please start helping people to put these criminal judges, cops, and federal officials in prison. Under Title 18, U.S.C. 2381, and Canon number 7, any judicial official that violates his oath of office is no longer immune and able to be punished like an average, everyday, common, coward criminal. Please, guys, whatever you do, fight clubs, militias, mommy, daddy groups, whoever you are, please, call my number and help me out. I need the help. It's critical. People are dying. People are killing themselves over missing their kids, and now the cops are just flat out arresting people like Melissa Harris and putting her in a facility because they wanted her child. And when she wouldn't sign over her rights, now they don't have her in jail. They got her in some damn holding tank somewhere trying to dope her up because they're determined they're going to get her child. The smarter, the prettier the child, the more doomed that child is when CPS shows up. Please, guys, if you can do anything, call the Bears Law and Forensics team, and please help me out. Just help me out and watch what happens in a couple of weeks. Every day I get phone calls of people telling me, thank you, Mr. Davis, you've done this. Thank you, Ronnie, you helped us with this. There's so much law that you give out. Nobody knew any of these things. Hasn't anyone taken into consideration why they weren't taught these laws in school? Why does it cost so much to go to law school? And then when you do go to law school here, what do you learn? Statutes, codes, and ordinances that are extortion for the bar? I need real help, guys. That's all I have to say for right now. But you'll probably be back on the horn with you in just a little while in another radio show for Toasted or Links. Thanks, John. Thanks, Toasted. Thanks, everybody that's helping me out. And look, please, call my damn phone, okay? I need help. Your brothers and sisters and family members in this country need real help, and we need it right now.
Hey, Ronnie?
Yes.
My question to you is, I sent out for the packet that you guys send out. Is it all right if I forward that packet on to anybody who's asking?
Please, brother, and I would strongly suggest everybody get to this Pro Se Toolbox and go to step number 6 because this thing is amazing and it works everywhere. And if I could get people educated on different things like an affidavit of truth and brief of information on how to file a commercial lien on bonds. That's the last thing we do. After we tried everything else and we can't get anywhere, then we start filing commercial liens as prescribed by law. I'd like everybody to take into consideration, if you look up some different things in this country that's very, very simple, they're hiding the law from everybody. They're hiding the law from everyone. They don't want anyone to know the real law. They're telling everybody you have to have a law license. There's no such thing as a law license. Schwer versus the Board of Examiners, 352 U.S. 238 and 239. Also 353. If everybody would start to look into the facts, we'd hurry up and clean this mess up a lot quicker. And by the way, we're mandated by Title 18 U.S.C. subsection 4 to report any judicial wrongdoing. Any judge that knows of judicial wrongdoing has violated his oath of office, and his punk ass needs to go to prison. He's no longer immune. Look, we're not all going to end up like those other three heroes, Nancy Schaefer, her husband, and Lavoy Finnegan. We have to get up and stop being stopped. Honestly.
Okay,
I guess that's about all I can put up for right now. I just really need the help. I need real Americans to stand up that have a set of nuts and come and help with this, because there's just an amazing amount of calls, and no one is doing shit. No one is helping at all. And I mean, the ones that can't help are either too far away or they don't have the funds, and I'm just fresh out of excuses, because the government doesn't have excuses when they're taking your kids or killing your family. Okay? Mommies and daddies are committing suicide over their children being taken for a statute, code, and ordinance. People are being told because the child was born out of wedlock, DCF has rights to take it. This is a lie. People are being told because their house isn't clean, DCF can take the children. This is extortion and federal child abduction under Title 18 U.S.C. 1201, felonious restraint. Everything you think is the law that can take a child is not the law. It is extortion. It's treason. It's federal child abduction. And I just need more boots on the ground.
You did have a clip on the phone that you were wanting to play. Are you able to do that, or are you going to do that at Toasted?
Actually, brother, what I'm going to do is I have to take this up off of the phone because they took it off of the first one. Thank God for good security and animal dogs, right? At any rate, what I'd like to do, if I can, is get right back to you so that I can play this clip. Would that be all right, brother? I
sent you a link for Google Hangouts. If you've got a computer you can get on.
Okay, yeah, actually, let me go ahead and get
I sent it through Facebook. It'll be from Sentinel Link Savad.
Okay, awesome. I'll tell you what, can we get back live in about 5 minutes? Let me get this piece and let America hear this. Because when you hear this young lady begging and screaming for help like this, you're going to see what I go through on a daily basis. And look, I do this shit because I'm built for it. I can handle it. I just need help. I'll be right back, brother.
All right.
10 minutes, okay?
I'll see you on Hangouts then, right?
Yep. Thank you. Thank you. And I'll go ahead and try to get this back out there so that you can let this message go live. It's horrible, and I get them every day. This is being one of the worst ones. I'll be back 10 minutes.
Okay. No problem.
Thank you, brother. Peace and God bless everybody.
Bye. All right. That is Ronnie for right now. He will be back on Google Hangouts so he can play the audio clip. Now, as Ronnie did give me permission, you guys all heard it. I'm going to put it in description. My email address that's for my show, basically. It is. Well, I'll just type it because it's capital L, lowercase I, N as in Nancy, X as in X-ray, and then capital T as in Tango, R, lowercase r, U, T, H, at G as in gamma, M as in mango, and X as in X-ray.com. That is linkstruth@gmx.com. I did not know I was going live also, Becky. I just got information from Toasted. He wanted me to go live with Ronnie. Ronnie is in dire straits, guys. I'm doing the best I can here. I'm pretty much on the complete other side of the United States. I know that some people that listen to me are closer to him and can get in there. He will be back. But if you want the packet that I got from the Bears Law about a month ago, I've got the packet and I can forward it off to you so that you guys can read up, look at the text, the information, and start learning that information to protect your children, protect yourself, and if your children are gone, the child trafficking ring known as CPS has already taken them, then you have a better chance with this information when you understand or comprehend. When you fully comprehend that information, you have a much better chance, almost guaranteed. It's not a full guarantee, but almost guaranteed to be able to get your children back. I know, Danielle, you really wish you could get to him because he is needing help. He is, a lot of people say he's creating a cult or he's a radical. You know, the radicals are the ones that are taking the children, that are kidnapping the children, the ones that are kidnapping American bloodline people. No, not people. Do you realize that the United States Corporation consider us chattel? CHATTLE, I believe it's spelled. Go look it up in the dictionary, and you'll go look at it in the Black Laws Dictionary, what that means. They don't even consider us living. They consider us objects that they can do with as they wish. But when you can prove that you are a living being and that you are not the straw man they're trying to make you out to be, and you do your affidavits, as Ronnie says, he's even given me an affidavit. I'm running that affidavit through Edward Johnston. Edward and Ronnie need to get together and really come up with ironclad affidavits, which I think they will in time, when Ronnie has time. I think there'll be ironclad affidavits that basically there's no wiggle room, nothing. And the thing is, I'm working to get an affidavit. And once you get out of the system, when you get out of the system, and you need to understand, getting out from underneath the United States corporation thumb, after you're out, you need to stay out. Do not mess with your birth certificate after you've done what you've done with the birth certificate. Do not mess with your Social Security card as you got out. What you do is you just continue on with your life the best you can, and do not try to play with the whole birth certificate, get you unlimited money. Don't play with the Social Security card, get you unlimited money, because it's basically like, let's say you're an American, you give up your citizenship right, or you give up your American bloodline right, go to Canada or Mexico, and then after a few years you decide to come back to America, they will probably arrest you as an illegal alien, and you'll be underneath their laws all over again. You do not, when you get out, you get out. You do not ever go back in. And you do not ever try to use for your benefit their laws and regulation, but you do use their laws and regulations, or their ordinance, statutes, and regulations against them. You just learn, and that's the biggest thing. Learning is what they do not want. I'm surprised we've had any. I'm surprised I'm able to get this out. In fact, I'm working my butt off to try to make sure that my son, my wife, and I are completely out of the system. I mean, completely. And then I'm going to figure out where I can go from there. When that happens, you guys probably won't be hearing from me anymore because seriously, shit's about ready to hit the fan full on. Now, I know I'm not my normal passionate self, but these last few days have been very, very tiring, have been very, very challenging, very stressful. And I'm not as passionate. I was listening to Mike, I got a call from Toasted, and all of a sudden I have to go online to get you guys this information. He is one man that has a lot of knowledge. He's got maybe five, maybe six people over there right now that is trying to help thousands. Ronnie will be back. He's getting the clip, and then he's going to be jumping onto Hangouts with me. But the thing is, each person, this is a life or death for them. Any of you parents out there that still have your children, what would you do if somebody came in the night, snuck into your house, and took your child away, and left a note saying, contact us, and we might be able to if you jump through our hoops and you do everything we want you to do, you might get your child back. But if you don't jump through them quickly, we can't guarantee your child's safety when they get back. If they get back, what would you guys do? Seriously, what would you do? That's basically what the CPS is doing right now. Okay, Deb RN, he needs help. Anybody who is in Florida or can get to Florida, he's got maybe 5 people on his team. He's got an office set up again, or a base set up again, to where he's able to take calls and help people out. Thing is, he's got 5 or 6 people and himself, and he's got thousands of calls or emails a day of people trying to get help from him. I will have to say that it is Toasted and I's fault, and anybody else who is an alternative media, for getting his information out. People are grasping at any hope they can get, and I'm going to, if you can't, I mean, there's 2 different ways to go. You can get Ronnie, get whatever help he can give you, or there is fight, the word fight, and then the number 4, and then lily.org, O-R-G. That's Fight for Lily organization, and they have helped out. Huh? Foundation. Sorry, foundation. It's basically the William Fisher and his wife Sarah are helping people out, giving them advice and everything to get their children back too. And they're over here on the West Coast. They do the best they can. They're doing great. Sarah is pretty much the main brains of the thing. She's the law aspect of it. She doesn't have a degree or anything, but she has studied like crazy. Same with William Fisher. And I if you've got children that you want to get back, one of these 2, Ronnie or fightforlily.org, the number 4 is the ones that you want to go find out, because these people help people. I know Fight for Lily Foundation has gotten over 200 families, or over 200 children back to families. They don't do it for you, but they will help you and give you advice. It is not legal advice. It is just they will help you understand the law so you can do it for yourself. And again, I'm going to put my email down. I'm going to check it right now. Hopefully, Ronnie. Ronnie doesn't forget that he's supposed to come back in, but I'm going to check my email and see if somebody has sent me a request, and I will forward it straight to that I'll forward it the packet I got. I will forward it straight to him. I do not hold this information for my own benefit or anything. I'm just going to forward it straight through it. It'll even have my information in there too, I believe. I'm going to check. But I asked for the packet. I received the packet. Okay, that was not... Okay, nobody has sent me information, but I will... I'll have it right to me. In fact, I'm just going to look for it right now. Sorry if I... if I seem distracted, as my wife put it, yes, because I'm reading at the moment. There is a lot of information he gives, and this is on May 31st. I sent out for him, and I got it back that same day, the packet. So this is the most recent I have from him. In the future, I'll probably get other stuff, but yeah. I'm sorry if I'm slightly distracted and people are getting bored, which I'm seeing that it has been. No, there's still people here. We got up all the way to 15. We're down to 13, but that's okay, guys. The thing is, we need... Ronnie needs help massively, as my wife put it. And the thing is, the best way I can explain this is, look at your nephews, your sons, your daughters, your nieces, any child that has been a blessing to your life. Any when they smile and you just feel good. Imagine that child torn away. Imagine that child thrown into like almost a prison for children, where they are fed when the people feel like it, as long as it's within their rules, and they're not really taken care of very well, and they still infants. Aww. Gary sneezing. He's cute. Here's the thing: they still infants, and they fill them up with drugs and vaccines and whatever else they feel like, and the CPS, Child Protection Service, is not part of the federal government. They are their own corporation. And they're making money off of disabled children, or they'll try to get it classified as a disabled children or child so that they can sell them for better money. They will sell the children if you cannot get them back in enough time. Or they effectively going into foster care is selling the children, because, well, they get funding from the United States corporation to them, so that they, for each child, they get a certain amount, and each person that social worker for the CPS, they get a bonus if the child is disabled, or a bonus if the child is whatever. They have a certain rules on bonuses. They are doing their damnedest. They don't have any lawful power to take any of the children. But what they do have is intimidation, lies, and publicity. So we're going to wait for Ronnie. Thank you, Jeremy. if you're restreaming this. If not, okay, you have a good show. I am waiting for Ronnie. He probably got waylaid because people are. Ronnie's not asking for money. Ronnie's not asking for anything except some people going there and willing to learn what the actual laws are so those people can go back home after 2 weeks and help their community, help their friends, their family, and actually be boots on the ground. That's all he's asking. That's all he's asking. He is not asking for money or anything like that. He is asking for you to come over there and let him teach you how to keep your children safe. I'm learning it like crazy. Everything I've gotten from Ed Johnston, from Judge Darby, Judge Doucette, and from Ronnie, and even stuff I'm getting from William Fisher, the Fight for Lilia Foundation. My brain's actually getting overloaded with it, but I'm still learning. I'm still finding out what I need to know, because the only way to protect yourself from their rules and regulations and ordinance and statutes is to understand it good enough to know when they're breaking their own rules and everything like that, so that you can turn around and flap down the law and say, hey, this is what I stand with. Jeremy, if you want to restream this, you have. I've always said what I put out on Facebook is complete, has full permission to restream it at any time they want. Use it as you want. No, they can slander me. I mean, that's actually good publicity. People be like, well, let's go find out what this guy's like. And then they find out I'm an asshole that speaks his mind. I will try to get you as much truth as I can. And if I make a mistake, I'll let you guys know. Because I want people to know what we're really up against. And he's a little fussy. He's starting to get his teeth in, and he gets a little fussy at times. Yeah. Okay, he saw it, and hopefully he'll be able to jump in. I'm not yelling and I'm not screaming and everything like I used to. I'm just too damn exhausted. I say survive. I say help your friends and family. Help your community the best you can. Learn as much as you can. But also get ready to survive, because it's coming. There's nothing we can do to stop it, because we can't become a cohesive force big enough to stop them. But we can all be a help to those we can help. My wife and I don't have much food, but I'll flat out admit that what little food we do have, we have helped out those that are up there looking over the Little Boy Memorial. We have helped out William Fisher. We don't have many items. I made a nice 5-gallon bucket wash machine for clothes. It's just a simple make. I don't have a lot of cash, but I knew they were out there and they needed to be able to wash their clothes instead of spending like $10 to wash their clothes every once a week when they come in. So I gave them that. I'm helping the best I can, no matter what. And I will resend any information that Ronnie has given me. I've got the Affidavit of Truth, 18 plus USC plus 503 CCC. I got a lot of stuff. How to walk on water, which that's actually a really good one. That's the PDF that you really want to read about. Obstruction of justice, right to video, statement of fax, I think it is. I mean, these are text and PDF files that is all in the package that they sent. So hopefully Ronnie can get in. Yeah, I'll resend the link. 13 viewers. Let's see. Where is Ronnie? I said, I'm rambling on, man. You coming in? So does anybody have any questions? I will be more than happy to answer any questions that I can. But remember, we're not lawyers. Well, actually, we're students of law. That's what we are. We are learning law as best we can and trying to help out the public or those who need help with what we learn. Yeah, Randy is probably calling somebody a maggot right now, but I'm actually thinking that him calling people maggots right now is actually insulting maggots, because these people can't even actually be considered that high of a life form, in my opinion.
If they're willing to hurt a child now.
If they're willing, yeah, exactly as my wife put it, if they're willing to hurt a child, they do not deserve to even have the title of maggot. They cannot aspire to maggotry.
It's offending maggots.
It is offending maggots, which are a useful part of the ecosystem. I don't see how they're a useful part of any system except getting their own blood money and slave money and sex child trafficking ring money. They don't help anything except help to destroy. And we all know destruction isn't a benefit for anything. Now, it doesn't matter if you believe in religious or whatever. You don't have to believe in religion, whatever. He has a strong spiritual side, and he uses it. It comes out in his voice, but the thing is, he knows the laws to help. And if you're ever going to do a commercial link, oh, there's Ronnie.
Ronnie Davis.
Hey, Ronnie, I'm still rambling on here. What's up?
Yeah, this is Ronnie Davis of the Bears Law Forensic Team. Just letting you know that we just now hooked up that most desperate plea for help in a voice note that was public.
Okay, you just hooked it up. Are you coming on to Hangout so you can use it?
Actually, if I could, brother, yeah, I'd just like to go ahead and let everybody hear this recording of what I get every day. And I did locate Cassandra. I do have a team trying to go pick her up right now to save her life.
All right, play it if you can, man.
All right, it should be on the bus.
Oh, there. Okay. That you, Ronnie?
It's me, and that's David. That's David out there in front of the camera that you're seeing.
Okay. This is a little bit loud. I'm going to turn it down a bit, but they should be able to hear what you put out, because you're on Hangouts right now.
All right, Toast. I'm fixing to play.
Okay, I'm hanging up. All right, I hung up the phone, and now it's just us in Hangouts here. So play the clip that you need to.
Little Barry's Cassandra, please call me. My number is 631-909-4433. The cops beat me really bad last night. They almost killed me and the dog. They went to put the dog under their tires. They were swinging her. And then they locked me up in the sidewalk. They stole my car. Please call me, Ronnie. I need to talk to you. Help me, please. I can't take these cops anymore.
This is the kind of calls you get on a regular basis, huh?
I get these probably at least twice a week from people who have lost children, or the cops, or just different officials are just actually showing up blatantly attacking people. And it's horrific. This is why I asked for help for the last 6 months, going into 7 months now, because nobody is actually showing up. I actually have one young lady, Doris Brewer, that's showing up tomorrow to help me with different supplies and things here, and also to answer the phones for a couple of hours. That's all that she can do. But you know what? That little bit that she can do is better than doing nothing at all. That's 3 more phone calls that I'll get answered. That's 3 more affidavits or CCC forms filled out. Whatever anyone can do, I need boots on the ground. I don't need money. I need people with a brain in their head, at least half a brain, to start showing up, to start learning a little bit of law, and to help me show others how to keep these horrible atrocities from happening. That's what I need.
Agreed, and that's why anybody who I'm going to put a link to my email down below this this video, and anybody who asks for the packet you sent me, I'm just going to forward it right on to them.
Thank you, brother. God bless you, Lynx. Appreciate that a bunch, man. We need all the help we can get, literally all the help that we can get to start helping these families, because these kind of phone calls, look, I can handle this, but the caller could not. Okay, I have to handle this all the time. I've heard lots of horrible things in my life, but the caller cannot. These people that are suffering need physical help. They really need help. These are fellow Americans, everybody. These are our own brothers and sisters, moms and dads, aunts and uncles, children and grandparents. Where is the help in this country? Thanks, Link, for putting this out, bro. I won't take up any more of your time. I got phone calls to answer, but I wanted to go ahead and tell you thank you, and God bless you, and God bless everybody that shows up to help us, because we are fighting the principalities in the high places. Ephesians 6:12, 5:11, and 4:10. God, thank you for your help, and please call me or show up, anyone.
All right. Thank you again, Ronnie. To me, if you need help like this, or you need to get messages out like this, I am more than willing to jump on whenever I can. I got a lot of stuff here in Harney County, Burns, Oregon area that I'm dealing with too, but this is important too, because this is our future here, guys. The children are our future.
That's a fact. And thank you, Links. Any and all help, bro, that you can give out like that. You're literally saving lives by putting these radio shows out. Today, 10 people are going to be affected by what you just did, and 5 are going to be saved. Praise God.
Danielle Brown is asking if you started for her already. I'm not sure what that means, but
I'm not sure. Like I said, if I had 5 or 6 more people, 7 more people in this office helping me to answer these phones and emails, I would get a lot more done and be able to help. But I assure you, Danielle, keep on me. I will get on your case and make sure things are right. And what was she calling for again, David?
She was the critical case that was CPS showed up with the sheriff's office and they had to go and get a search warrant because she refused to allow them in to search the house.
Right. They were coming to take her children on a statute, code, and ordinance that is not the law. And if I'm not mistaken, Judge Bruce Doucette was on the phone and trying to talk with the CPS workers and the officials that were there to get the matter resolved before they bought themselves into a judicial situation here that they're not going to be able to get out of. I would like to go ahead and advise every judicial official that when you dishonor your oath of office, you need to know one thing. I'm coming for your ass with handcuffs, and I want to know what size jumper you'd like and what color, orange or brown.
sounds about right. All right. Well, I know you're.
Thanks, Lynn.
No, it's no problem, Ronnie and David. I know you guys are busy as hell, and yeah, I'll do what I can here for as long as I can. It's just that simple.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it, and God bless you.
Bless you too. All right, so we'll end the show here so you guys can start. I can get that email set up for me. I'll even give your email out so that they can contact you directly too.
That'd be awesome, buddy. If you would go ahead and tag this on my Facebook so I can go ahead and post it up so that everybody on there can see and hear what's going on too. We really do get these things on the reps. Thanks again, Links.
No problem. You have you have as good a day as you can, okay, Ronnie and David?
Thank you, brother. Bless you.
Bless you too. All right, guys. That was Ronnie and David, and you heard the phone. If you have any heart whatsoever, people, that you would be bleeding for somebody who their dog is being killed and abused, and they're coming to take them. I mean, just listen to that phone call, and if you do not have a heart, you're just going to be laughing it off. If you have a heart, figure out a way to help people that are going through this every day. It's not happening every once in a while. This is a daily basis because these guys are bullies. They got the power, they've got the money. They think they can do anything they want because nobody's standing up to them. And when they do stand up to them, people like Ronnie here, they get harassed beyond belief because, well, yeah, right there. It's people standing up, and when they get stood up enough, they'll back down and go to somebody else. But if we get the information out to enough people, they won't have anybody to go after anymore, and we can actually close this child trafficking ring down. So I'm going to sign off. It is 2:28 over here on the West Coast. It's Thursday, June 23rd, 2016. So y'all have as good a day as you can, and we will talk with you later.